Okay, this video is about how to avoid being a victim of attack, whether it's an attack by a rogue outside of a sanctioned event or it is kill event, KVK, UAC. You don't want to be a victim of an attack. So there are ways to protect yourself. Okay, first and foremost is you want to save your RSS. If you've got a whole bunch of resources out, people are going to want to attack you because they want those resources to help grow themselves. So always try to keep your resources low. I have a bad habit of opening a little bit too much, but try to keep the food down. Also, not having food out, your troops aren't going to eat it, and then you don't get to use it for upgrading your castle. Wood, when you loot wood, it's hard to get rid of that, so it's usually pretty high. But you definitely want to keep these down because you're going to be attacked if you've got iron and silver up pretty high. Let's go see. So this is Dragon Mistress. Let me see how Dragon Spawn looks at the moment. Yeah, a bit too much food, better on the wood, and those are a little bit lower. So what you want to do is not open RSS in your items. And yeah, I've got to do some cleanup in here, so ignore all that. Keep everything in storage until you absolutely need it. Now, when I first started playing the game, I was kind of dumb. And when I would go to upgrade, instead of calculating how much I need exactly and only opening that amount, I just opened a whole bunch until I had enough. Don't want to do that. Now, when you're ready to upgrade, you can start preparing for the upgrade. You can check and see if you have enough resources to do an upgrade, even if you're building. Say I want to upgrade my castle next. I can still go in here and I can see what I need. And from here, I can then also go and see if I have enough. This is what I've got in store. I can add it up, and this is the first game I've ever played that I had to have a calculator next to me to do it. I just really hate math, but add up what you've got, see if it's enough, figure out exactly how many of each of these chests you need to open in order to have enough. Do that for each of the resources that you need to upgrade. When you know you have enough, before you open them, make sure you've got a builder handy, that it's free. And if you're doing this on a bigger castle, put up a peace shield for a couple of hours. Then you can open everything up, get your upgrade going. You never know, sometimes something pops up that you forgot about, and you don't want to have that RSS just sitting there asking someone to attack you. Okay, so keep your resources low. You're not going to be as big of a victim. The other thing that you need to do is guard your troops. So you're going to want to hide your troops or keep them protected. One way is to shield yourself. Okay, to shield yourself, you can go into items. If you've got shields available, I think I do here in this account. Yes, you can click the shield. This one's an 8-hour peace shield. You can click use and it will start the shield. You can also click on your castle, estate buffs, peace shield, and you can buy or use any shield that is in your storage. Or when you're out in the kingdom, you can start a shield by going into the estate buffs and again, peace shield, turning that on. If you don't have any shields, you can get them from the Alliance store. Generally, there's the 8-hour peace shields there. If there isn't one, ask your R4 or R5 to put some in the store. Another place that you can get them, I wonder if you can get them in the mines. I think I may have seen them. Let's go look. What have we got in here? Of course, I haven't gotten very far on this one. What was that one? And pretty sure there's no shields in that section. Nope. Okay, so those are where you can get the shields, unless of course you want to spend gold. Should probably get that. And go into the store and war, and there's 8-hour and 24-hour shields. Let's get that real quick. Okay. If you don't have a shield, you don't have enough resources from rewards or gold to buy a shield, then another option is to go hide under the shield of someone else in your alliance. So to do that, let's see, my buddy here has got a shield on, so I'm going to reinforce him. That's going to save my troops. So I send all the troops that I have, because they're still dead from my last mess up. March. They are now in his shield, no longer in my castle. Who wants to hit me if I have no RSS and I have no troops home? Well, okay, there are people that do, but that makes me less of a target. Some people will encamp to save their troops. That is not a good idea, because I don't know about all the kingdoms, but in our kingdom, encampments are fair game. The only thing that is safe is to send your troops out on tiles to farm. But that comes with its own drawbacks. Even though tile hitting is a kingdom rule here, in some kingdoms it's not a rule. And even in our kingdom, you've got rogues that are going to hit tiles anyway, and you lose those troops. Also, when the tile is empty, your troops are going to return back home, and then they're not safe while they're at home, and you may not know they're home, and they get hit before you can hide them again. I'm going to call my troops back home, because I was just about to turn on a shield anyway. I was going to put on a 2-hour one for now. Okay, so in camping, definitely not safe. Tiles, you're just taking the chance that the other people in the kingdom are going to not violate that rule. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I'm in my hive. Other places that you can hide your troops, you can hide them in alliance buildings. However, you do not want to hide them in the fortress or the strategy center or the towers, because people will hit those buildings to kill the troops that are inside. So those buildings are not safe. But generally, the mine is safe. And I'm just doing so good, I don't even know where my alliance mine is. So you can send them to the alliance mine to gather. And while they're in there, they're safe. They'll be in there longer than they would be on a tile, but if the mine is destroyed, it can be destroyed because your alliance is getting ready to do Red Guard raid, and while they do Red Guard raid, they're going to get rid of the mine so everybody's troops go home to protect their castles. So then your troops are home. If the towers get moved, in this case, this mine is not in the fortress boundaries, it's in a tower boundary. If the towers were to be moved for, say, preparation for UAC, this mine is gone and everybody's going home. So the mine is a little safer than a tile, but still not 100% safe. Okay. The last way to hide troops is using rallies. And I've shown that before in a couple other videos. Basically, you're going to aim at a target that is available. You hit rally, 1-hour rally, set it, put your troops in it, march. They're going to be in the rally for an hour, so they don't show up if someone were to scout you to see what troops you have in your castle, but they're not actually out anywhere. So that is really the safest way to hide troops, but it only lasts for an hour. You then either have to disband that rally and start it again, to start the timer over again, or they're going to go out, they're going to hit the target that you had set the rally to, and then they're going to come back home. And then they are, you know, out there at home for somebody to hit. Okay, let me go back over here. And I want maximum view. Yeah, let's ignore that for now. Okay, let me go out to my castle. By going into a report and clicking on the link for the chords, when you come back out here to the kingdom, and you have to do it while you're in your estate, you can't do it while you're in the kingdom, it's going to give you the maximum view, maximum, you know, zoom out on the kingdom, so you can see a little bit more in your screen. Oh, and that was definitely the wrong report to look at. Oh, let's go. That was what I was against a farm. That's in mine. Here we go. Of course, that's not me because I traded places with Mr. Lowe. I'm over here. Now, I am going to go to our neighbors. And I did warn them that I was going to be scouting them. Oh, look at that. A lot of them are bubbled. They have shields up. Very smart. Let's see if we can find one who doesn't. Oh, well, there's one who doesn't, and he got burned. I'll bet that he had RSS or troops home because everybody's trying to get their points for the kill event. Okay, this one, he is not bubbled, and he may have troops or RSS that I want, so we're going to find out. I'm going to scout him. Before you attack, always scout, because you need to know if they have reinforcements in them. Of course, if they've got way more troops than what you're going to be able to send to them. So you don't want to attack someone that you know you have no ability to beat. And you want to know if they're hiding something. One of the buffs that you can use is anti-scout. And if you turn on anti-scout, they're not going to get any information from the scout report. So let's see what this guy has. I scouted him. Okay. He's got troops home. He's got RSS out. Oh, dude, he is rich. I have T9s and he's only got T7s, so I'm pretty sure I can take him. I got a lot more troops than him. And he doesn't have any reinforcements. So this guy's a victim. And I'll bet you within the next few minutes, the people that are attacking over here are going to hit him. So that is a no-no. You do not want to have that many resources out. You do not want to have your troops home and not have them unprotected. So when you attack them, now let's say I decide I am going to attack him because I want those resources and I want those kills. I've just scouted him, so I know what I'm aiming at, you know, what I'm up against, and then I set my attack. So I go in here, I say attack, I send my attack. When my attack is about halfway there, I'm going to send a scout again, just to be on the safe side that he is not hiding any troops in a rally. You know, if you see somebody that's got a lot of RSS open and they have no troops home, you might think, oh, I'm going to hit him. And then you send your attack and you die because, oh, well, you didn't know they had all their troops hiding in a rally, and while you were on your way marching to attack them, they stopped those, they disbanded those rallies, and now their troops were there to protect their castle. So always send a scout while you're on the way to attack, so that if they disband a rally and their troops are suddenly home, you aren't caught by surprise. And let's see, the only other tips, because this is mostly about how not to be a victim, but how to keep yourself from being a victim when you're doing the attacking, well, or the defending. Always use anti-scout. If you have anti-scout on, they can't tell if you have reinforcements. They can't tell if your troops are home or if they're not at home. Using an attack buff, it's going to give you a bigger, percentage on your attack. Same thing for the defense buff. Yeah, I always press the wrong thing. March capacity just lets you put more troops in your march so that you've got more troops attacking your target. And then Vengeance Alert, that's kind of a nice one because if somebody attacks you, then you can prevent them from putting up a peace shield for a while. But that one, the only way I've seen it is if you buy it in the packs, and it's like $50, so I have never used that one. Okay, so that's buffs, how to hide your troops, make sure you keep your RSS to a minimum. That's it for this video. So I would really appreciate if you could leave me feedback if I make mistakes or something that I missed, another tip or trick that I can add into the videos. I would really appreciate it. Catch you next time.